Hi everybody, and welcome back to another episode of the Reconnection Space. This is the space we come to talk about reconnection with ourselves, reconnection with the world around us, reconnection with our relationships. And my lovely guest today, the gorgeous Samantha Sutherland, is here, and she's going to be sharing with us her reconnection moment that kind of led her up to where she is today. So hey Sam, thank you for joining.
My pleasure. Thanks for having me.
You're very, very welcome. So Sam and I have known each other for a couple of years now. And we were just talking before we press record about the fact that we both work with people to kind of help people, I think both with their mental health and really having a feeling of wellness. But Sam does it in a very different way to me. I've got my psychotherapy look on today, by the way.
You are looking very like that.
I've got my glasses. I should have put the chain on, really, and I would have had the whole look going on. So, but yeah, so Sam does something very, very different to psychotherapy. So Sam, tell our viewers a little bit about who you are and what you do.
Hi. So, yeah, I do. Everything I do is based on energy work, and we were just discussing, weren't we, that I found a new terminology, so something called energy psychology. So it's not, I'm not a psychologist or anything like that, but it's using energy-based techniques to really get in deep and to unblock. We're like a bit like a plumber of our energy system, really. So
I love that.
Just take out all that rubbish, I won't swear, so we can be, and whether I work with clients who want to run faster, who are recovering from a mental illness and have kind of lost their way a bit, or our business clarity, whatever, it's just that I kind of call it the if but when, so the IBW of life. So
nice.
the ifs that are stopping, the buts that are stopping the when. So when we're searching and looking and stuff like that, and whether that's when I lose weight, if I could just clear my skin up, it doesn't matter. There are no kind of set areas that I work in.
Yeah.
It's just my absolute joy comes from working with a client who just knows that their life can be better, that they can shine brighter in whatever way that is, even if they just need more focus to enable them to do that. And yeah, I've got goosebumps even talking about it. I just love it. And I feel privileged to when people choose me to work with them to help them achieve that. So, and I've been doing that about nearly 6 years now. So it's all good. Love it.
And the name of your company, Energy Freedom.
Yeah.
Energy Freedom, that really sums it up, doesn't it? That's what you help people to do. So I have to say that I go along and I see Sam for kinesiology. And I'm not going to try and explain what that is. I just that I feel better when I come out. And I think with therapy, whatever therapy you choose, that's the aim of the game, that you go in and you feel like you've been heard or listened in whatever way that space is created for you. So when you come out, you may not have resolved everything, but you feel like something has shifted.
Yeah, it's all about balance. Everything we do, because whether it's kinesiology or I do emotional freedom technique or aroma freedom technique, it's about rebalancing, because when we're not connected with ourselves, to keep it on track,
Absolutely.
When we're not connected with ourselves, we're out of balance. Something's amiss, whether it's where our time is or where our mental energy goes or where our love is or where our money is. Something's out of balance. And ideally in life, all areas of our life are in balance, but we all know that's pretty hard to manage. So it's about just recreating that, rebalancing our energy systems, mind, body and spirit.
And I think it's great that we're talking this week and that your episode is going out this week, because in the Be More group, we are talking about stop, breathe, be present, be mindful, that first tenet of the reconnect your life kind of phases that we go through. And that's really what that's all about, that time to stop. So talking about stopping and time ticking on, tell us a bit about your reconnection moment that you want to share and sort of how you got to where you are now.
Well, I've kind of got to, I think actually I'm going to talk about the recent reconnection that we've had, that we just did discuss. And I found myself over the last decade exploring all this energy stuff, and it's definitely been more me. But for the last year, I've been networking and surrounding myself with the women and the business people that I want to be. And that classic, be those you want to be with, dress like the person you want to be. But what I found, due to some external pressures in my personal life, that I lost focus, and I was more concerned about, well, they're doing that over there, that must be where I need to be. She's saying that, or is that how I'm meant to be talking? Or, oh God, they're doing really well and I'm not. And just completely, I lost me and what my business is about and who I work with and why I work with those people. And because of that, you know, in all honesty, my business suffered because my energy, from my perspective, wasn't in the business in the way it should have been. So my client numbers went down. I didn't lose clients, but the regularity slipped. I didn't get as many new clients coming in. And
is that because you were sort of trying different things, or you were distracted?
A bit of everything, a bit of trying different things. Oh, that they're doing that must work. Trying my spin on it. But also because another little side business I have, I was really excited about that. So I was kind of looking over there, and I wasn't watering over here. And actually over here is what I've been doing for 5 years. So this was gorgeous and gleaming and shiny and fantastic.
I know that feeling.
And that was in the way. You know, don't get me wrong, when I was with my clients, I was 100% present for them. But I didn't have a client today, it's fine, don't worry, because I'm over here. I was trying things over there to make that project work.
But let's just call that out, because, you know, we've got a phrase for that nowadays that I hear. I don't know whether it's out there in the social media world, but I felt it. Of course, I drink away. It's all about the tea here. Comparisonitis, you know.
Absolutely.
I know we're seeing it everywhere, aren't we? Comparisonitis.
That's on my wall. You can't read it, it's back to front. Comparison
steals joy.
And that is exactly what happens to me this year. I was not enjoying, I love the moments of client work, but it's in the way. And that whole comparison thing is just, it's just a devil in disguise. It really is.
It strips to your soul, doesn't it?
It does. It absolutely does. And it kids us.
Yes.
It's classic green is grass on the other side. But actually, if I was watering my own grass, then maybe my grass would be as nice as their grass too, you know. And it's just, I think we're all guilty, whether we think we need to cook better meals because our friend is, or we need to get a better job, or we need a new sofa because everybody else seems to have got a new, whatever it is. It causes such disgruntlement, and that's just not a good thing.
No, because you just constantly looking at where everyone else is, and why aren't I doing that, and why aren't I getting there fast enough? And you know, we go slightly off track, but I think it's relevant. You know, we've just heard about this shocking statistic of our young women, you know, self-harming. You know, 26%, you know, a quarter of our sort of age 14-year-olds doing that. And a lot of that is just, you know, where am I meant to be going? What am I meant to be doing? Look, you know, they got this image of this perfect life that everyone is leading, and then they're like, but this is me.
Well, I don't know if you saw in the news today, I've not looked up the full report, but the I can't remember the age group. I think it's teenagers to 30 or something like, or 21. I can't remember the age. But last year, 41% of females in this age group said they were happy, and this year it's 21%. 21%. And it's just, I think what really has frustrated me, having seen that I've done this myself and seen other people do it, is I come from the universe provides mentality. And if my vibration is all about they're better, that must mean I'm not.
Yes.
If I'm saying, well, they're busier, that implies I'm not. So everything I'm sending out there is negative, negative, negative. Well, of course, I'm not getting the clients. I feel rubbish. I'm losing sleep. I don't feel happy. Then it seeps into you. You stop feeling happy about your own body because, well, now I know that that's not good and that's not good. And now look how fantastic they look physically. And it just morphs. And that is just, to me, is personally unacceptable because I'm doing it to myself. It's self-harm in a universal way. It is
because we say, oh, it's because I saw this or because I saw that. but actually it's you're choosing to then compare yourself, and you're choosing to allow those feelings to come in. So but it is very, very easy to get sucked into that and to be part of that comparisonitis kind of society that we've got. So what shifted for you, because something has changed?
I think a break, going on holiday. Definitely just, I took my laptop with me. I went on holiday with the mindset of, well, you know, if the boys were asleep or reading in the pool, why can't I work? It's just like reading a book. But then I knew in my heart, if I opened up my laptop, I would be on my laptop and I wouldn't be on my holiday. So I went, no, not happening. I don't think I even posted on Facebook when we were away. I just went, no, it's not. I don't think I did. I spoke to family, but I didn't go on Facebook. In fact, my auntie said, I knew you were away because you hadn't been on Facebook for 3 weeks. So like that. So that break helped. And then I had a session with a business coach who went out for dinner. We were just talking, and she kind of drew out of me things I'd already had and sort of decisions I'd made. And once I'd said a few things out loud, and I kind of had to put this shiny baby to bed, or kind of only look at it like 20% of the time. And refocus on my business. And there was a bit of, you know, reaffirming from this person that says, but, you know, what you've just told me is like, wow, and amazing. So there was a little bit of ego stroking, in fairness.
Yeah, we all like that.
Yeah, it was, you know, reaffirming me. But when I kind of made the decision, did this and did that, I just kind of went, yeah, you know, when I talk about my business, and hopefully that's come across today, I love it. I really love it. So I feel I've reconnected with my business, and by reconnecting with my business, I've reconnected with my truth. And do you know what? It works. So going back to that universal concept, once I've made that decision, next time I met people, literally within days, I had people asking for sessions, either to try it or to book in and pay me, because my doors were open again.
Yes.
They weren't shut. I was open. The universe had heard me go like, about time. You know, my journey's my journey. This is what I'm meant to do, and I'll do that. And while I can keep that clear in my mind, life will be good. I will be good. And that's it. And I can just feel it. I can feel that energy shift, those clears. Still doing unblockings. I'm still doing some work on myself to make sure that I stay in. Why did I fall into it? And there's obviously brought some stuff up, but generally I just feel so much better and so much more relaxed than me when I'm meeting people. And, you know, I'm not going, oh God, look what they're wearing, or God, they're busy, look at what they've just said. It's like, great, well done, that's fantastic.
That's fantastic for you. Yeah, exactly. It's fantastic for you, but that isn't where I am. And a lot of the time, it's not even where we want to be.
No, and it's a foolhardy. Come on.
You know, but you think that you do. You get this flash of like, oh my God, I could be that, and then you think, well, actually, I kind of like where I am, but it takes something to get you back to that spot, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does. And I think, you know, in line of your theme this week on Be More is that holiday, that break, that breath, that time away, that distance. It really is a great healer. It really is a great clarity. Obviously we can't all take 2-3 week holidays every time we're feeling flustered and put upon, but whether it's 5 minutes in the morning meditating to set your day up, or walk in the park, or just taking a social media free weekend, it's so rejuvenating.
I think just taking that moment to stop, even, you know, to stop and take that breath in, you know, and when you take that breath in, you know, and you fill the body up with, you know, that new energy, and just stop and think, what's going on for me right now? That can sometimes be just the trigger that you need. Like you say, you don't have to have a whole break away, but definitely I think taking a break from the social media, perhaps unfollowing all of those groups that are always telling you how you could be earning £1 million, you know, and all of those things that are kind of constantly going at you can be very helpful.
Those groups, sorry Ali to interrupt, the thing is those groups and those sort of statements is, do I want to earn £1 million? They're telling me how I want my life to be, or I'm allowing myself to hear.
You're allowing yourself,
You know, it's my responsibility. But as you said, it's not even That's not even what I want. Don't get me wrong, I'd love £1 million. Who wouldn't? But that's not my goal, actually. That's not on my goal board. That says there's no £1 million figure there at all.
No.
So, but you get sucked into this perception when it's not even yours. It's ridiculous. So yeah, so I feel so much better. I feel so reconnected to everything, and I can feel the difference.
So we're so happy to hear that, Sam, and thank you so much for sharing all that. I think some great words there for people to take on board. So my final question, as always, before we close the episode is, in short then, for you, reconnection means what?
For me, it's alignment. It's alignment with me, with what I need, my hopes and dreams. It's an overused word, but I love it, and that's my authenticness. So while I'm authentic to me, while I'm aligned to my energy and my dreams, I'll be happy, and that's all I want. It's that simple.
We love that. So thank you once again, Samantha Sutherland from Energy Freedom, for sharing her reconnection moment on Reconnection Space. We've loved it. If you liked this video, then as well as clicking on like, don't forget to click on the all-important subscribe button, because that way you will never miss an episode of the Reconnection Space. And we have got weekly guests lined up, all sharing their personal stories. And in December, we've got a very special guest from a very special company over in the States who is going to be sharing his story. And I'd love to tell you who it is, because I've already recorded it. But I'm sworn to secrecy until the release in December. So it's lovely to see that this little project is growing, because this project is about reconnecting with real people and real stories. So if you've loved this, then we'd love to hear from you. Perhaps you have a story that you'd like to share here on the Reconnection Space about how you've had a shift in your life and a reconnection moment, an aha moment, call it what you want. But if you think people would like to hear that, then drop us a note, and we will see you next week here on the Reconnection Space. Take care. Bye-bye.